So, welcome to the GOGA learning session led by Racheal from Wigan, focused on supporting disabled and non-disabled people being active together. So, Racheal, were there many opportunities for disabled and non-disabled people to be active together prior to your involvement in GOGA?
So before we had GOGA involvement in Wigan, we had a number of different sessions that were either targeted for disabled people or that were open sessions, but that were accessible to both disabled and non-disabled people, but primarily focused on just non-disabled people accessing them and weren't necessarily geared up to be as inclusive and accessible as they could be. So we tended to have either a targeted session for disabled people or sessions that were predominantly accessed by non-disabled people rather than those that were open to both and targeted both.
Thank you. So why was it important for your organisation to focus on engaging disabled and non-disabled people in activity together?
So really important, and this was the main reason we wanted to get involved with GOGA in the first place. As an organisation, we want to try and make sure that all of our services, activities and sessions that we're delivering are as inclusive and accessible as possible. And this was a kind of approach that we want to focus the organisation on in the future with everything that we're doing. So it was really important for us to have this opportunity to develop sessions that were specifically targeting both disabled and non-disabled people, taking part in activities together and working on that as kind of almost a taster for what we're hoping to do with everything across the board going forward.
Great, thank you. What approaches have you used to get disabled and non-disabled people active together, and what's been the impact?
Okay, so a number of different things really. A couple of main points that we've done in Wigan. So we've focused a lot of our delivery on family sessions. So we've tried to promote activity to the family. So thinking about the type of activity we're delivering, making it suitable for anybody, no matter what their age, what their ability, and making sure it was something that could be adapted. But not only the type of activity, but everything kind of around that really. So we've looked at things like accessibility in terms of location. So Wigan's quite a large borough, so we've made sure the main sessions are split geographically across the borough, so people can access things within their local community. We've looked at the pricing structure of that, so if the whole family is taking part together, they get sort of a reduced rate for accessing that session. Looked at the types of activities we're delivering. So not only have we been offering different activities to maybe something we've done before, so we've introduced things like adventure play, we've done yoga, which we've never done before as kind of an intergenerational family yoga thing. We've done snow park activities, so tried different things to try and engage people that aren't necessarily sporty, whether they've got a disability or not, but also made those sessions as accessible as possible in terms of whatever age, whatever the ability. Staff have been trained to make sure they can adapt whatever activities we're delivering to meet the needs of everyone that's attending. The impact really for us has been that we've been able to have more consultation with local people and find out what types of activities they want, when they want them, and that's really helped us in planning. So it means that when we're putting activities on, we know it's when people want to be there, and it's given those participants a bit more choice and a bit more empowerment really in what they're doing and how they're becoming active.
Super stuff, thank you. And lastly, what's been your biggest challenge in engaging disabled and non-disabled people in activity together?
I think for us, it's been around the marketing of it and the message that we're putting out there, how we're promoting the sessions to people. So historically, my team within Wigan have delivered a lot of targeted activities and activities specifically for people with a disability, both young people and adults as well. But a number of families locally and different organisations kind of see us as that's what we're doing. We're delivering disability activities, so and targeted sessions rather than inclusive. So the biggest challenge for us has been getting that message across that all the sessions that we're delivering within GOGA and the way we want to kind of move forward with it is that the sessions are accessible to all and they are inclusive. So whether there's a child in the family that's got a disability, a number of siblings that don't, parents that don't, they can all access the activity, whether it's nobody in the family's got a disability, they can still access that activity. Whether it's the parent that's got a disability and the child doesn't, they can still access that activity as well. So trying to get that message across, so some of the pictures we've been using, some of the wording, and then when we're talking to families face to face or over the phone, kind of trying to get that message across that it is for everybody, it's not just a targeted session for people with a disability.
Super stuff. Thank you very much for your time, Racheal. If you have any questions, please get in touch.